Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Now excuse the mess around me, I'm packing to go to London at the moment. I'm off in the morning, which is going to be super fun, so I will vlog that, or little bits of it anyway. But today I've got another foundation review for you. Oh, and I've got a hair treatment on my hair at the moment, so just excuse everything. But yeah, so we've got another serum foundation for you today. The one that we were going to do today was the formula by the Ordinary. Now if you have seen, I did an Ordinary haul a few months ago, and this foundation I didn't include it because so this foundation is by the Ordinary. It's a serum foundation. They do another one as well, which I will review at some other point, but this one is all over YouTube at the moment and Instagram and everywhere, because it is so cheap. And when we're talking cheap, we're talking pounds and pence. I think it comes in around about £5, which is just amazing. And some foundations out there cost £40 to £50. This is super bargain basement prices. So is it any good? So we've tested a couple of foundations. We've done the Charlotte Tilbury, we did Bare Minerals, we've done Tarte. So that's three kind of medium to high end foundations. This is super cheap, so let's see how it compares to those, and we'll pop it on and see what happens. Okay guys, so as usual, if any of you have seen any of my other videos, I'm just going to go in and prime my skin using the MAC Prep and Prime in the illuminating pink colour, and apply the foundation. First of all, you need to give it a shake, and I'm using my brush by Bare Minerals that has a well in it for serum foundations. Now as I was applying this, I did find that the coverage was very sheer, but buildable, so I did have to go in and do several pumps. So I did one pump on one side of my face, one pump on the other, and then I did a pump for my like the top of my head, like my forehead is the word, and down through like my T-zone and stuff. Okay, so I have done one go round with my brush of the foundation. Forgot to mention as well, I'm using 1.2 light neutral. I think they are in stock at the moment, but they do go in and out of stock a lot. And there are lighter shades than this. I went for the neutral because I wasn't really sure which way to go, but I've done one application and it didn't really do a nice job, if I'm completely honest. The application that I have actually found that was the best out of all the ones that we've used so far was the Bare Minerals, and that applied really nicely. This kind of just sat on the skin and kind of moved around quite a lot and looks a little bit cakey already. I do have dry skin, but my skin is actually the best it's been for a long time at the moment, and even my little problem area, which tends to get a little bit dry and cakey throughout the day, and foundation tends to wear off on it quite a lot, has been behaving better this week than it has been for a couple of weeks. So I'm not convinced by this already. I'm going to go in with a dry beauty blender just to see if I can kind of give it anything else and make it kind of sit a bit better, but it just kind of looks like at the moment it's just sitting on the skin and not doing what it should be doing. Okay, so that seems to have helped a little bit. It's just kind of moved it around a little bit more evenly, where it was kind of clinging to a few areas which it didn't seem to like. So it didn't kind of like the top of my eyebrows and was kind of clinging to the little hairs up there, and like on my chin it just seemed to gather a little bit, and on my nose it just wasn't kind of sinking into my skin as well as it should do. But pouncing it in with a dry beauty blender seems to have helped quite a lot. The coverage is definitely there. It is definitely more of a medium coverage. It's better coverage than the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Serum foundation, but I would say it's a lot more work to get it to go onto the skin nicely. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish my foundation look for the day, and we'll see how it holds up throughout the day. So I'm just going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape, which I love, love, love. I'm actually going to do just like a one video review on this at some point because it is so good, and it is available on QVC at the moment as well. And then my Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, just to kind of as a finishing powder. That works really well. It's quite a good, nice whole rounded product and keeps everything looking nice throughout the day and gives a little bit of extra coverage as well. I'm then going to go in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the medium tan, which I use as a bronzer. This works well for me as a bronzer because I've got very pale skin, so just kind of going up a couple of shades in like a foundation colour. You could either have a liquid bronzer or like this, a powdered bronzer. So I always prime my eyelids because mascara and just stuff on my eyes doesn't sit very well generally, and since I've used this by the balm, it works really, really well. Contouring, I actually use a MAC blush to do most of my contouring with, and that tends to work well for me, and I just go in and work on several different areas. I'm also using a MAC blush today, a little bit different, something a little bit more subtle, because I want to focus on my eyes. I'm going to do my Belle Pierre palette. Oh, this was in my cohorted box. I absolutely love the highlighter on this. It's really, really beautiful. You can build it so it's very subtle, or you can have it as quite sheer, and it's really, really lovely. I really like that gold colour. And I do go in with a small brush to do my highlighter so I can get a very defined look when I need to. Oh, and I'm using here, as I said, my eye palette. Now, I am going to London and I'm going to an evening event, so I wanted to do a special eye palette look using my Morphe Fall Into the Forest palette. And there you go. I couldn't decide what colours to do, so I thought I'll do it off camera and then surprise you all. So then I'm going to go in with my Jeffree Star liquid lipstick, which I tend to sheer out later on and you mix in some different colours, but I do find the coverage of this is beautiful. It's a really, really nice finish to it and stays on my lips really, really well. Oh, it's so sunny. Okay guys, so that is the finished look. Obviously it does look quite harsh at the moment because I do have like my hair up and stuff like that, but it was kind of, as I said, a bit of a practice for the event that I've got to go to in the evening when we're in London. So I hope you like this little look. I'm absolutely loving that new palette right now. Yeah, so we'll give you an update with the foundation throughout the day. I'm not loving it, I'm completely honest. It is, it's meh, that's what I think, meh. But yeah, I'm not loving it. It isn't sitting nicely on my skin. It has kind of grabbed onto some of my dry patches and isn't looking fantastic. But for £5, yeah, let's see how we get on and I'll give you an update later. Okay, bye. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and I'm just about to jump in the bath, so to excuse my hair and stuff, I've had a hair treatment on all day while I've been reviewing this foundation. Now, it did get better. When I first put it on, it was very, very cakey, sat on the skin and kind of just moved around quite a lot, clung to my dry patches. It wasn't great. during the day it didn't look too bad. It actually kind of improved, and I think maybe it was just that it was a bit cold and it needed to warm up on my skin, and it kind of sunk in a little bit better. But end of the day, how's it fared up? Well, it's actually caked up quite a bit around my nose. It's rubbed off quite a lot as well. And I mean, the coverage is still good where there is coverage, but it just emphasised my creases quite a lot as well, here and here. Like, just didn't sit very well. I'm really greasy. Like, it's made my skin more greasy than what it usually is. So I'm not a big lover, if I'm completely honest. It's not a foundation that I would go to as like my first choice, but if you are on a budget, like I said, it was okay during the day. It's just, it doesn't have the lasting power of some of the other more expensive foundations that you can get that are out there. So that's my little review of it. I hope it was useful and informative, and I'm gonna jump in the bath. I'll wash all this stuff off me and get ready to go to London. So guys, I will see you all later.